Hello and welcome to Next Right Now, part 2. This is about how how is the developer experience, right? Because that is very important to my eyes at least. How a developer will work on his local computer, test things and deploy things to staging and then production environments, and test things in between and make sure it doesn't break anything and make sure everything goes smoothly and in a environment where you can monitor things and know when things go wrong, and be quick about fixing things because when you know exactly what's wrong, and when the feedback loop is very fast, then you get much more performant at fixing everything. So we're going to take a real example. Like, I'm currently, I just released the first video, right, a few minutes ago, and I have a link here about the video, and I'm going to add it to the documentation. And I don't know where it should be the best, but either here or here, maybe here. Part 1. Right, so this gives us that. Okay, and I want to add this, so I'm going to commit. Okay, it's pushed. Now let's go to our pull request. V1, ton of stuff, and yeah, GitHub Actions detected that there was some change, so a new commit happened. And of course, because this is a demo, it doesn't work as expected. Okay, let's go to Zeit. Okay, I don't know why this was so slow, but it's starting to do what I actually expected. So deploy started, and GitHub Actions just starts the deployment, installing stuff, blah blah blah, and then starts Zeit deployment. So this is gonna take a while, like 2-3 minutes at least. So in the meantime, I'm going to show you what happens, what actually happens behind the wheel. So what you see happening here is basically what's defined here in the GitHub workflow staging, because we are on a branch that is not master, like this branch in your, if you look at production, it's branches. So if you diff both, difference is it staging in your master and act on all branches, and master just act on changes in master. Production, well, you understand. Also, key difference here on the staging, when we deploy staging deployment, we also create an alias for this deployment that matches the branch name. We don't do that with master because it doesn't make any sense. Okay, so this is done, right? So we have a preview link here. This is a preview link. I don't like my name here. I wish I could remove that from Zade. And what actually interests me is this one. Well, it's the same thing, actually, but so this is ready. We've gone through all the steps, gone through the unit testing. Oh, wow. It's only unit testing, but it could be also integration and stuff. And in the end, it was deployed. And now it's running our end-to-end test using Cypress. So you don't know what's happening, right? You don't see it because it's running in the background. So I'm going to show you what happens here. So if you go to the packages, you have lots of utility scripts. So you have a lot of utility scripts, and the one that interests us is end-to-end open, which is interactive. So I'm just going to run this. And this is going to start Cypress that use Chrome, and you can run all specs and see tests made in real time. And that's great because when something breaks, which is not the case here, when something breaks, you can see exactly what is UI and what has broken and lots of information. So this is very, very, very interesting, and it is automatically executed on any new deployment. So I'm gonna quit this now, but when I pushed something here, I pushed my commit, it got deployed. Once it was deployed, end-to-end tests were executed, and they did exactly what you saw, testing all the things that happens on the website, and that's automated. There is nothing for you to do. When something goes wrong, which is not the case in this example, but when something goes wrong, you are going to have a link to the artifacts somewhere here. You will see like artifacts, and you will have the full video recording of the end-to-end testing and screenshots. So it can be very, it's gonna be much easier with those artifacts to debug what happened. Okay, so this is really great. The CI/CD thing is really great. You commit something, push something, and then all gets deployed and tested automatically without you having to do anything. The only time you need to do anything is when tests break, which happens quite often. So I want now to show you something else that is quite interesting in the developer experience. It is this. I have products, right? We saw that previously in GraphQL. I have a product. Yes. And this product has fields, right? And when I'm working, I don't necessarily have access to the project, or I just want to go fast. And I have everything here. I know that product has categories. Well, it doesn't have categories anymore because the schema is out of date, actually. So let's show you how we refresh that. So it's GraphQL config, and in the example we have the key. We need the key to run this with the key. Okay, the key was already there. And when we're doing this, it updates the schema.graphql. and this contains all your schema. And now it's not going to show me categories anymore, right? Because it doesn't exist. It doesn't exist because it was part of the template and I just deleted it and it deleted the field here. So I could do that, but customer is a special item, right? So I need to ask which field I want. And you can go on and go on and go on, right, for instance. But what's important here is that you have auto-completion about everything, and you have fragments so that you don't always repeat yourself. And the design I've used is I have one query per page, and then I have at least one field shortcut fragment, at least one fragment for each model, and then I have the common stuff that is used multiple at multiple places. It's not really a page, it's the layout, so it's used for every page. But that's great developer experience here, because you don't spend too much time wondering what what API is. You can just have it in your favorite IDE. It was with VS Code as well, but I don't use VS Code, so I don't have example of this, but it should be fairly similar. Okay, so I think I've shown enough things. I can show you something else, like if I wanted to add a new field. Yeah, I want every product to have a price. Let's say we want a price, so it's going to be a float price. Advanced. We don't want multiple values, not required, not unique, not localized, not hidden, so just create it. When I run this, it's going to add the field. Yeah, it added the field. And now I can refresh this here to get the new field. And in my product, I want to get the price. And in my index page, I want to show the price. And I want to show the price alongside the title. So and it's not going to find this field because it doesn't exist here. It's on our product TypeScript, and I need a new and it works. And if price is not defined, well, let's just do that. It's gonna be ugly, but I don't care. And I have my server running, right? So I can just see. Okay. It's not going to display much because we don't have any price, right? But you get the idea. For instance, this is the icon that hot reloading is in effect, so it's going to refresh the page. That's it. If you want a dedicated video about how to do something, I will add it. But that's it for now. Thanks for watching. I hope you appreciate it.